Okay, so we're back into another review for exam two. This is the second one. We've got to do some more. I'm going to show you some more stuff. Don't forget, in the first one, which I'm probably going to be calling exam two review for A, for 108. This is going to be the second one. This will probably be called B. In any case, in the first one, it enumerates all the videos that you have to know about to prepare for the test, which is basically the first 9 and then 11, and then video 11. Okay, so now I'm ready to start. So this is exam 2 review, and it's probably going to be called B because it's the second one. So the first thing I want to show you here, this is extra stuff that we need to know we absolutely need to know for the test. As follows. Let's say that you have, let's talk about sets. Let's say you have a set A. We need to know this, obviously. And it has in it these elements. Don't forget that word elements. -1, 0. Those are the little pieces of a set, the members of a set, elements. So those are in this case it has 4, right? So there's this fancy word called cardinality. It's a fancy word. It's nothing. A cardinality, right? So it's either with a Y or in plural, cardinalities. In any case, if you see that word, it's just asking you for the number, and we had either the letter N, the number of elements in the set. The number of the elements in this set are 4. That's the word cardinality. Nothing special going on over here, right? So I just wanted to make sure that you do not get confused by a vocabulary word. Okay, that's the first thing I need to tell you about sets. Number 2, some more review about sets. This after all comes from previous material before exam 2, but it all gets included on exam 2. All right, so let's go over some stuff that we did in class. So let me give you an example. If you see these little brackets, then it's trying to say set. Okay, so let's go through some true and false questions. I'm going over those symbols that we learned about. So if you see the symbol like this, that means it's a subset of the set A, B, and C. Here's the one on the left-hand side is the set, on the right-hand side of the set, and this is true. What is a subset? The answer to this is true. Because it's not false, it's true. Because it's actually even what is even more, and I don't know if you'll see this word on the test, but the real vocabulary word is that it's a proper subset. That's what that symbol means, proper subset, because it has less. It doesn't have all the members A, B, C. It has less than the amount of the parent. This is the child, right? This is the child. This is the child one. This is the child, and this is the parent. So it has less elements than the parent does, and therefore it's called a proper subset. There's going to be something called a subset, which could either have less or equal. Doesn't really matter, but I want to discuss that in a second. Now, what if it doesn't say that, doesn't surround it, it's not surrounded by those brackets, and it says this: A is a subset of ABC, of the set ABC. This is false, because this is just an element. That's not, if you have the brackets, it's a set. But if you don't have the brackets, it's just an element. And you don't use this symbol for elements. So that would be a false statement. You never use the symbol if we're talking about just an element. Okay, now I'm going to tell you what the symbol is for element in a second. Just give me a chance. Now, what if you have this situation like this? A, comma B, comma C. All right, that's a set. It's got the brackets, and then you see this symbol with a little bar underneath the C. It's got a little bar. That means it's a subset, right? So this symbol means proper subset, and this symbol means just plain subset. All right, wait one second. We're not finished. So if to be a subset without the word proper, then they could have the exact same elements as the other one. The child, right? The child can have the exact same elements as the parent, and it's true. It's still true. That symbol is good. It's true. What if you just have the letter A that's also a subset? It's also a subset of ABC. It's not just a proper subset. You can call it a plain subset. I'm sorry, this is true. It's fine. You can be, if you can be, A can be, is called a proper subset of ABC, and it also is just a plain subset of ABC. Both are true statements. What if you have something that says this, just A without the brackets, and you're trying to say that's a subset of ABC? Now that is going to be false, because again, these symbols cannot be used for just an element. So they have to have either this, if you're going to use these symbols, they have to be a set, or a set, but you can't just use an element and use these symbols. Okay, there's a little bit more. Hold on. A little bit more, as follows. What about this symbol? The little a without the brackets, and now this symbol looks like an E. Is that an element of the set ABC? And the answer is, it is true. This is absolutely true. It's an element, right? That you can do. So what if I wrote this, that the set A is an element of ABC, and then that would be false, because this symbol over here means element, not set, right? It means element. And therefore, if you have a set here, you can't use the word element. So that's why this would be false. So those are the things that you got to know for the test, this particular vocabulary that I've just enumerated. Okay, so cardinalities and all the stuff about sets and proper subsets. That's what this video was about. So it's probably going to be pretty short, but I pretty much ran out of space. So we'll stop it here.